Flowdreaming. It's a show where we talk about the power of your mind to change your world around you, to literally affect the fabric of your reality. We talk about this feeling of hope and joy and relief. And that is what being aware of your flow does. It gives you a feeling of power again in your lives.
Oh my God, you were so on target. You are so amazing. I can't thank you enough.
Breathe. It is the feeling that you bring forward. It is your emotional connection that really sets the tone for what is going to be happening to you and for you. And you know that feeling when you touch it. It just spreads through you.
Thank you for taking my call. I don't know why I feel like crying. I think I just feel your love.
Oh, of course.
And I think I'm going to get some answers.
I'm Summer McStravick, and welcome to another episode of Flowdreaming. Ooh, another episode indeed. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm happy to be back. I've taken a little bit of a break here, and I'm raring to go with new information about flow dreaming and manifesting and how to create and how to use your mind and that beautiful consciousness of yours to create something in your life, to create something spectacular and brilliant and entirely you. I guess I've had time to reflect over the last couple weeks. And, more and more I realize my teaching, my path is not just teaching people how to manifest, but it's teaching you how to be powerful again in your life. I see people all the time. They learn how to do it. They know the techniques. Maybe they follow Abraham Hicks or they've done law of attraction. They know stuff. And yet they keep thinking, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? How come my life's not changing? I know what I should be doing. Why don't I see anything? And I realize it's because you have to be powerful. You have to learn not just how to do it, but to know what to ask for, to allow yourself to ask for, to take your power back in your life and say, I'm not asking, I'm commanding. My presence is a communication every moment to the universe of what I am, what I'm about, what I expect, what I demand. And I have no problem actually demanding things of the universe. The universe demands things of me every day. It demands that I eat, that I have sunshine, that I have vitamins. All kinds of things are being asked of me daily just to live. Being alive is, it's a partnership. It's a partnership. You and the divine and you. When we are in a mind state where we are constantly putting ourselves in a lowered position, I find that this lowered position just runs through your whole life. It puts you in positions of powerlessness as you wait for other people to give you things or do things or change or act the way you want them to. It puts you in a powerless position as you sit around waiting for confirmation from the universe or source or God. It puts you in a place of powerlessness when you say, well, I want this because I think I could achieve it, but I don't want that because I know it'll never happen. There are so many ways that we don't know how to manifest, how to ask for what we want, how to behave as if we're receiving what we want. That's the whole new big universe. How to properly interact with flow, how to properly interact with the universe, with source, with God, so that you're heard, so that you become, so that you achieve, so that you are. So it doesn't feel like you're always toiling uphill, that it's always you against the world. It's never you against the world. It's you with the world. It's the world with you. It's turning your mind around. It's looking at things in an entirely new direction. That is what I teach, as well as flow dreaming. So on that theme, we are going to dive into your future self. Your future self. Now, it doesn't matter when I'm recording this particular podcast or streaming it live to you right now, as I do every single week. It happens that it's the beginning of a new year, and this is when it's on everyone's minds. What am I going to be? What am I going to do? I'm noticing that what happens at the end of a year, years have cycles, of course. You know, astrologically, we recognize that. Chinese astrology, Western astrology, Indian astrology, everybody knows. Years have cycles. I look at it as a fundamental energy cycle that wraps up as the year closes. And we all feel that wrapping up. It's like a screw that's tightening, right? We're heading toward the holidays. Everybody speeds up. Everything gets more tense. Everything gets more stressful. We're waiting for the big burst at the end. That burst happens sometime the week, usually between December 25th and January 3rd. And then we all sigh, and we realize, we feel like this giant letting go, this sensation of, a cycle has ended, a new one is sprouting. And that's why we naturally ask ourselves, what will happen now? What will I become this year? What is going to be my trajectory as I manifest and create over the next 12 months until I reach that big ending again in December? Now, anybody who really, manifests day in and day out, we know that creation and creating is a daily process. It's weekly, yearly, decades. There are no beginnings and ends. It's not a formal type of thing. Yet we do recognize these cycles, and that's why we feel like, it's the beginning of the year. Who will I be? As we all sort of collectively, exhale. This is actually one of my favorite times of the year. For me, the fall, and right about now, of the very, very best energy. And it's no wonder that people typically start programs in January, and they start programs in September. It's because that's when energy renews and moves into big new cycles. So I'm going to give you some ideas today about how you can think of your future, how you can think of who you are going to become this year. And it's not about goal setting. I mean, goals are good. I admit, I set goals. I have pages that I write every week. I copy down. Here's something I do. I write down a list pretty much every day of the things that I need to accomplish today and this week. And then the longer term things that I want to keep on my table. And these literally sit on my table. This piece of paper, I just pull it right out of the copier machine, or sometimes I have a nice notebook for it. It sits right there in front of my computer every day I see it. And at the end of the day, I look at what I've crossed out and I recopy the stuff for the next day or the next week. I don't do it daily. I'm not that anal, but I will recopy that over and over until I start whittling down that list and getting through things. Those are material goals, though. Those are things I need to achieve and do. I also spend a great deal of time on goals that I don't write down. These are my flow goals, my flow dreaming time. This is when I communicate with the universe. See, when you write goals down, you're communicating with your mind. You're communicating with your intellect. You're saying, I'm going to keep you on track. I'm going to keep you in order. These are the kind of goals that communicate to your greater self, to your higher self, to the energies of your life as it moves forward through time and space, your continual reemergence. Think about this. Every day you wake up, you are re-emerging into existence. I mean, you, of course, you're still awake. You're still existing when you're sleeping and dreaming. But it's like every day is a re-emergence. So it's a little birth every single morning. Think of that energetically. What does that mean? Every day is new energy, new growth, new choices, new communication you should be making with the greater self, with the world. Your to-do list with flow, so to speak. When I'm feeling, so here's what I'm getting at. When I'm feeling my future self, who I'm going to become this year, here's how I talk to it. And maybe you can think about modeling this and trying this yourself today or sometime this week. I'm closing my eyes and I'm moving into flow. If you don't know how to do that, please go visit flowdreaming.com. It's my website. It is full of wonderful information. A great deal of it is free. And it will teach you the basics of flow dreaming. I have it right there, free podcasts. There's an area called I'm New, show me around, tell me what to do first. And you'll learn the technique. It's not meditation. It is not hypnosis. It's not anything you're familiar with. It's a very active, emotional, engaged kind of communication with the universe, your higher self, and of course, flow energy itself. So here I am. I'm closing my eyes. I am moving into the flow. I'm actually doing this right now as we speak. I'm breathing. I'm relaxing. I'm not clearing my mind, but I am clearing my mind of all the clutter. Anything that I've been thinking about before or that I have to do later, I sweep that all away. I say, no, this is my few minutes. I'm getting to my emotional self, opening up my emotional core. I'm opening up dialogue with flow. I'm feeling myself move into perfect alignment. I may be seeing visuals that I'm creating for myself. Some of my favorites, of course, are to see a river of light, to watch myself flying through space, to being at the tip of an ocean or a lake of light, of energy, of manifesting and creation, to feel as if I'm behind the scenes of the Matrix. I'm where there's nothing but webs of light and information and energy, and I can weave it all together just as I like. And most of all, there's this beautiful sense of movement, of motion, of progress, of me not even trying for motion, not even trying for progress, just being in it. I'm being swept up in time. I'm being swept up in the insides of the universe, the behind the scenes, where time is flowing, where I'm evolving, where information is constantly flowing into the greatness of all that is. And I'm right there in perfect alignment with it, my core self, who I really am, in perfect alignment. And now I'm beginning to communicate. And I'm seeing myself, feeling myself. What am I like? What am I like 6 months from now? What am I like 9 months, a year from now? What have I become? What have I become? Now, this is a key way to create who you will be. Because when you say, what have I become? You're acknowledging you've seen significant change. You've seen significant growth and evolution. Probably a lot more joy, a lot more ease in your life, a lot more happiness. Things work themselves out for you. You can spend a lot more of your time on things that are working for you, and you can grow them and put your energy into things that go big for you. You spend a lot less of your time working out arguments or doing, fixing things with people, spending time on wasteful situations that don't get you any place. All of that is cleared out. Do you feel it? This is what you've become. And then I'm thinking, well, what about those specific things that I'm pursuing this year? I do have those goals, those things I did write down. I go to the end feeling state of those goals. If my goal is to continue to expose flow dreaming to the world, to let it go bigger and brighter, to allow it to move out in its very best possible way, I don't fill the flow right here with information about, well, I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to make this much money and I'm going to talk to this many people, and I don't do any of that. What I say instead is, I feel the energy of my work going wide and deep in the world. I feel the right people flocking toward me, the people who want it, who can use it, who this is going to make the biggest difference to. They're receiving it from me. There's like little arcs and points of light. As we all become so connected, I feel the energy of that connection. I feel how good it is, how much growth is there. I'm feeling things get bigger and bigger, and yet I also feel very calm within it all. I feel stress-free. I feel completely supported. I feel like I have all the resources I need. I feel like all year the right things have happened for me at exactly the right time. And yeah, maybe some of those things in my life or plans I have, well, I want to speak here. I'd like to tour there. I'd like to write this. I'd like to, I want to bring my diamonds, further along in their paths. I'm thinking about all the ways that I'm going to do it. But more than that, I'm going to the endpoint feeling state of where I think those ways are going to bring me ultimately, which is people's lives are changing. People are feeling different. More and more co-creators, more and more magicians are moving out into the world, taking power over their lives, getting stronger. This is an energy that spreads and ripples to everyone they encounter. That's a huge force for good. And I'm being rewarded for that. And the reward is flow telling me, universe telling me, do more, do more. You're doing good, do more. We're going to give you exactly what you need, whatever you need to do more. Okay, you see what I did there? I told you, in a way, how I'm envisioning, my work, Flowdreaming, because it's something you all know about. I'm telling you how I talk to the universe about what it will be like a year from now, who I will be in my career context. Now, I also do this in other areas of my life. I do it in my personal life. I do it with relationships. I can think about individual people. I can think about relationships generally, my friendships as a whole. And I don't necessarily focus on the specifics. I focus on what I think those specifics are going to do for me. And then I open it up to flow and I say, figure it out. Make the right things happen. Get me there. You keep bringing me stuff, I'll keep jumping on it. I'll keep acting on it. If it's right, it's going to work. If it's wrong, if I make a wrong guess, if I misread the signs, big deal. I'll stop. You know why I'll stop? Because I'm going to encounter immediate resistance. Flow's going to tell me, no, that's not really what we meant. And I'm going to feel that resistance. I'm going to feel it as negativity. I'm going to feel it as derailment. I'm going to feel it as it not working out. And I'm going to say, oh, cool. I'm going to turn my attention now to something else that may work out. You see, you keep doing this. You keep making these minor, small modifications day to day, listening, course correcting, listening, course correcting. What do you think happens to your life over a year? If you make a succession of tiny, positive moves every single day, you are filling up your piggy bank. You are getting rich. You are getting full. Your life is beginning to unfold the way you want it to. And you're doing it energetically. You're doing it in flow. You're doing it in alignment. You're communicating with the universe. You're fully expecting, yes, I will misread those signs sometimes. And yes, sometimes people in my life are going to bring me difficulties. So what? It's part of living. I expect the unexpected. I know that's how it works. And I'm curious to know what I do with that unexpected. This is how I envision my future self. You can do this in each area. Like I said, do it in your career. Do it in your finances. If it's debt you have, right? The end of the year, everyone's saying, oh boy, all that debt, I just spent all that money. What I feel instead is my future self is so wise with her money. She's so smart and intelligent with it. Ways for her to get rid of that debt are appearing for her. She's being given opportunity after opportunity. I feel it. I am her. I am receiving this. And I'm smart. I don't doubt myself. I'm so good to money. Money wants to be with me. It says, you're a good steward. Let me be with you. Money's like a friendly dog. It says, be my master. You're a great master. I want to be with you. And pretty soon I have a whole pack. That is how I reach out and work with my debt. Then I counterbalance that, right? Everything is physical, non-physical. The problem with most people is they only know the physical route. They only know the physical way of going about and doing their goals, which is get a new job, go to college, write down your goal list, say positive things to yourself. And that's all great. You have to do it. But it only goes so far. Are you also speaking non-physically? Are you marshaling the energies? Are you staying in alignment? Are you feeling it? Are you emotionally and energetically engaged with that bigger part of you that's also right here? Remember this. Your soul is right here with you. It's right here. It's not something to be ignored. It's not something you encounter when you die. It is right here. It is the non-physical you, and it is encountering every single thing that you are encountering every moment, every second of every day. Give it the time it deserves. Allow it to communicate. Allow it to stay in alignment. Allow it to also concurrently pursue these goals along with all the physical actions. And there you have it. That is the magic combination. Okay, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we have a flow dream And we also have your calls to take. I know you guys have so many things that have come for you. I've been working. By the way, I must mention quickly before break, my new Diamond program is starting again. I'm taking a whole new group. Now is the time to get in. Do get on my mailing list. You'll be hearing more about it. This is a program that only opens and closes once or twice a year. It just depends on my schedule and how much time I have to guide and handhold everyone through. It's a big, big, big deal. Likewise, the Sapphire program is also beginning to fill up. These are the 2 tracks of very devoted manifestors, people who want to flow and make significant changes. Go to flowdreaming.com and do check it out, along with a very cool playlist that I just released. It's called Freedom, Truth, and Power. The latest Flow Dream that you'll find right now is called Speak My Truth. Ooh, is it powerful? And once you read the description, I think you're going to realize, wow, there are a lot of things that I need to say that I haven't been saying, and I forgot that I even wanted to say them. But there they are, just simmering inside me. And they are causing me to make choices or not make choices. So I better take care of these. So go check out Speak My Truth. It's really good, powerful. And I'll be right back with you all in just a few moments. I'm Summer McStravick, and this is Flow Dreaming. I'm Summer McStravick, and you may have heard about my Diamond Mentorship Program. Well, now it's changing. Everything has to grow up. That's why I'm taking the Diamond Mentorship Program to a new level. I'll be taking a group of you together on a 6-month journey into yourselves, into your lives, as I help you make something spectacular. So what exactly do you want to create? Come into the program knowing already, or find it with us along the way. Maybe you want huge, secure income, or maybe it's to launch your own business. Maybe you want a great life partner, or maybe it's to finally be free from unhappiness and restriction. Whatever it is, you'll end the program having created it. We'll make sure of that. We will launch you. Think of it as a mastermind group, where you get to know yourself, who you truly are, and what you're capable of. Think total inner empowerment. Think of yourself beyond your fears. As a Diamond, you'll work with me through 8 segments of fun worksheets, deeply personalized private one-on-one sessions, monthly flow dreams, and online meetups. I will give you the tools. You'll learn what your manifesting strengths and weaknesses are, and how you truly work best with flow energy. You won't make just one positive, spectacular change, but many. So register at flowdreaming.com, and please do register early. I will close the program when it fills, and I expect it to fill before our actual start date. So if you're thinking about being a Diamond, now is the time to leap. Just do it. I cannot wait to welcome you and get to know more about you and your life, and begin working with you as a Diamond.
A private session with Summer is unlike any other reading you've ever had. You can do it by phone or Skype from anywhere in the world. In your session, Summer reads your flow. Sometimes she sees things that are coming or things that have passed. Critically, she reads your present and can show you your current set of choices and help you know which ones flow best for you. Ask Summer any kind of questions. Ask her to look into people you care about, such as spouses, bosses, exes, family, or friends, to see what they're really thinking. Ask her where your energy has gotten stuck or blocked, because Summer is an expert at finding the core events, beliefs, or thoughts that block you, and together the two of you can shake them loose. Last, ask Summer to craft a flow dream just for you, around your issues and desires. Ask her to put some strong manifesting energy in this area of your life. And as hundreds of past clients have said, be ready for real amazing results. It's not your typical reading. It's manifesting plus intuition. Find Summer's sessions on her website, flowdreaming.com, under private sessions. Even people who normally never get intuitive readings get readings from Summer. That's flowdreaming.com. Search private sessions.
Hi, I'm Summer, and my manifesting store at flowdreaming.com underwrites this free podcast. You're going to find so many tools there to help you practice flow dreaming, from individual targeted flow dreams to whole programs to on-demand classes to books and CDs. Of course, the Flow Dream of the Month Club, as well as my mentorship program. Oof, that is a lot. But there is where you can pick up something to practice with. The Manifesting Store puts your interest into motion. I know you won't stop there either, because once you get there, you'll also discover my free blog and our community discussion board, all about manifesting. That's the Manifesting Store at flowdreaming.com.
Did you know you can like Flow Dreaming on Facebook? Just search for Flow Dreaming on Facebook and click like to start getting Summer's Flow Dreaming updates. Ditto for Twitter.
You're listening to Flow Dreaming with your host, Summer McStravick.
Welcome back to Flow Dreaming. That's right, I'm Summer McStravick. Hope I gave you something to think about there. One other thing I realized during the break was that I actually have a class, an on-demand class, that's perfect for you. No matter, again, doesn't matter if it's beginning of the year or mid-year or any time. Whenever you are reassessing your goals, reassessing where you're going, it's a good class. And there's a good flow dream for this. It's called My Future Self, and the class is also My Future Self. In the class, I take you through a number of techniques, and you actually do some flow dreams with me, where you see that person that you are going to become. You see those things in your life, and there's a whole lot more there. Again, that is at flowdreaming.com. So check that out if you are interested. But let's do a little flow dream together right now. And then I will be getting to your calls here. You can jot down this number, 1-877-230-3062. You only want to dial that when the show is happening live, though. And you can find out that information by, again, going to flowdreaming.com. You'll find the podcast page there and radio podcast. And that will tell you all the live times that you can hear me. Okay, so let's close our eyes together. Let's go into the flow. Remember that you're going to feel a lot of strong, positive emotion. You're going to feel the sense of alignment. You're allowing yourself to drift. You're daydreaming. That's all you're doing. Just daydreaming. Daydreaming, so much easier than any other thing you could possibly do to get into that underneath part of life, to get into the energies. Daydreaming, where you forget about time, you forget where you are, where you become absent for a few moments from all the stuff around you, lost in thought, lost in someplace else. You're lost in flow. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful place to be lost in. Do you see yourself? It's like you're standing on a broad plain of light, and there are swirling lights dancing all around. Off into the distance, it's like the northern lights. It's beautiful here. Everywhere you look, there are different colors, crystalline colors, opalescent colors. You can put your hands out around you. It's like it's snowing light. It's snowing light. It's not cold. It's not wet. It's soft. It's feathery. The light, the energy of everything pours around you. This is the deep, deep interior of everything, everything physical that you know. Even you, your deep, deep interior. Even thought is here. Thought is in this light. It's all just information. Information that somebody, something will organize, pack together into clumps that become the things around us that we know in the external world. And some information is simply stored, kept. Things that are known, things that are felt. Consciousnesses, beings of energy and creation and growth and evolution that don't have physical form. There's tons of this. Everywhere, all around. The universe is thick with consciousness, including your own flowing form of it, because it is flowing. Your consciousness is not ever standing still, becoming old, decaying, not growing. No, your consciousness is always moving. It's always gathering information, gathering experience. Every moment that ticks forward in time, it's gathering. As you look into this future, as you feel yourself, as you feel your consciousness going into the future, do you feel how you're gathering who you're going to be? The things that will float and flow into your life? The things that will arrive? Is it random? Did people just throw things at you? Or is there thought here? Is there balance here? Is there vision? What have you put here? What have you put into your future? You, the biggest creator of your own self, of who you're becoming, what have you put there? What feelings are there? Go ahead, send them out in front of you right now. Put those feelings, dangle them out in front of you. Put them out a few months away. Oh, that's you. That's what you're becoming. Feel it? Don't you feel it right now? That's the vision. Oh, it's the pattern you're putting into place. Now life can fill it in with everything that it needs to make this pattern fully develop. It can fill in the holes and the spots, bringing in the people and the coincidences and the circumstances and the physical activities and situations. But there, you've just set the tone. You've set the structure. Do you feel that? What's that structure made of? It's made of feeling. Oh, I'm feeling this way about myself. I'm feeling that way about my life. Ooh, look what's happened here. Ooh, what a wonderful thing occurred for me. You're feeling it all. You're seeing it all. You're sensing it all. This is you. You're there. You're constructing it. It's a delightful feeling. You want to laugh and dance because you know that as life trudges along day after day, it's going to have to find things that match this energy you've created. It's going to find things that match the energy because you've already set up the template for it. You set up the blueprint. Your energy, your life will now fill in the holes, fill in everything that you need. Putting together all the variables that are flowing your way day by day, moment by moment. You have just colored this color wheel of your life. Put in there whatever it is you see, want. What do you want to have, be, or do? Flow right into it. Look, you're already flowing toward it. Already, can you feel yourself? You're flowing right into it already. Time hasn't even stopped while you were here. You're already moving into it. It's already being put in position, put into place. Ah, you say, it's so simple. It feels so easy. It feels so clear. And it's getting more clear every day. And with that, you realize you're coming back now from your flow. You're returning. The count of 3 down to 1. And opening your eyes. 3, 2, 1. You feel that? Now, when we do it in a group setting like this, because flow really is interconnected energy, it's interconnected consciousness, I get so dizzy. I'm dizzy right now because all of you guys are out there and you're doing this. And some of you are doing it in the past, and some of you are doing it in the present, and some of you are doing it in the future. But you see, when we're all accessing an origin, a kernel, a thing, this particular flow dream, this particular information, time becomes a bit irrelevant. You're going outside of time when you go and flow dream. Yes, time is ticking along in the physical world, but you are someplace else. You're someplace where really it's just information collecting. And this information will continue to collect and increase and grow. The more people who access the flow, access this flow dream together with us, and it grows in power and clarity. Do you see how this works exponentially in your life? The more you flow? Sure has for me. All right, so I'm going to go collect my wits and let this dizziness pass. It's really just so much energy going through me. Everyone has different reactions, by the way, to flow dreaming. Some of you won't feel that at all. Some people get very hot. Some people feel tingles and shivers, all kinds of things. So, quick break. When we get back, I see calls that I need to get to. Again, now's the time to call. There is actually an open line, so go ahead and reach out. I'm happy to look into you, look into your flow, give you guidance, direction, do some manifesting on your behalf, and generally show you how I put the flow into action. I'm Summer McStravick. Stay with me for more Flow Dreaming. Hey, Sapphire. Oh, wait, you're not a Sapphire member of my mentorship program? Well, maybe you don't know what that includes. I'm Summer McStravick, and I know you're listening to this podcast because you're discovering real, valuable tools to help you manifest better in your life. You're also learning to look at the world like a manifesting practitioner does, like me, meaning everything is energy-based. Everything can be constructed, impacted, or changed. So why not go a little further? Sapphire Mentorship means making a commitment to really learn about manifesting and using flow energy. You'll be part of a self-paced, on-demand, online program that teaches you how to really use flow in your life. Plus, there are a ton of other great tools. Check it out at flowdreaming.com. You'll discover a group of like-minded people who, just like you, want to see what they can really do in their lives. That's flowdreaming.com. The Sapphire Mentorship Program.
Hi, I'm Venus Andrecht. I'm Summer's mother, and my show, The Dear Venus Show, airs right after hers. Sometimes I talk to dead celebrities or otherwise look into the great beyond, and I always do on-air readings for you, my callers. What can I do for you when you have a private phone reading with me? Well, I'm a medium, clairsentient, clairaudient, an empath, a telepath who can tell you what the people in your life are thinking, and I'm a clarifying counselor who can also look clearly into your life. I also work with good energies to help things change for the good in your life. You can find out more about me at my website, godisalwayshappy.com. That's godisalwayshappy.com. So come and see me after Summer Show. We're a lot alike and very different. Guaranteed you won't be bored.
Too busy to flow dream? Or do you just sometimes forget? It's easy to get so caught up in living that we forget the bigger, deeper, more important things, such as being aware of our flow. That's why Summer introduced the Flow Dream of the Month program. Start and stop whenever you want and enjoy the first 30 days and a flow dream free. Each month, Summer sends you a new flow dream to work with as she moves through carefully chosen areas of our lives. Be surprised, be challenged, be delighted, and be reminded. Your flow is the deepest you. Commit to it. Check out the Flow Dream of the Month Club at flowdreaming.com today. Bask in the glorious, soothing voice and music of Summer's Flow Dream Meditations. These meditations are unlike any other you'll find. They're active meditations. They're packed with energy, real power, and yet you can gently fall asleep listening to any one of them. Each Flow Dream meditation pours good emotions and energy into your subconscious as you sleep or meditate. You can choose from a variety of focuses, from dazzling self-love to overnight riches. Try a few and see for yourself. You can find all Summer's Flow Dream meditations at flowdreaming.com in the Manifesting Store.
Manifest your life with Summer McStravick and Flow Dreaming.
Welcome back to Flow Dreaming. I'm going to take your calls now and see how your flow is looking. What's going on in your life? Many of you guys know I do a lot of personal work with people. Sometimes that is the form of a personal session. More times it is the work I do with my Diamond group and those people who I work with one-on-one over the course of a number of months as we figure out where they are, what their blocks are, what resistance they have, what their dreams are, where they want to go, how to best talk to the universe to make that happen. And we set it all up for you. It's kind of like a life plan. Would you like a life plan? Then come Flow Dreaming. But I love being able to talk with you on air like this as well, just to give you little hints, little guidance. And of course, this is, completely free. So it's a great way to sort of dip your toe in. That being said, look, the lines are getting full now. Hey, Jamie, you're in Orange County. How are you?
Hi, Summer. I'm
Hi.
so excited.
Woo! Excellent.
You are just a rock star. I mean,
Oh.
I'm so immersed in Flow Dreaming, and it's just been amazing for me, and I keep learning and growing, and I'm just stuck right now, and I just am so excited to have you look into my flow a little bit. In a transition right now. My husband got laid off back this summer, and we used Flow Dreaming together, and he started his own company. He's doing great. He's home more with the kids, and I'm kind of like, everything's just changing, and I'm really trying to just, let flow guide me and just put out those feelings of what I want. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So that's just kind of where I'm at.
Hey, Jamie, how long have you been flow dreaming for? I'm just curious.
About a year.
Ooh, good. Sticking with it. Love it. Okay. So, so what is your exact question?
Well, I was going to ask you about having more babies, and then I was like, no. I want to know if my husband and I are going to move because of his job, because that kind of translates into everything. And then I was like, maybe I'll just see what comes up for her when she goes into my flow.
You see, people often ask me that. They say, just look and tell me what you see. And it's sort of like, okay, I will look at your past, present, and future. There is a lot there. What should I pick out?
I know.
That's why I like to have a focus.
Okay.
Where I can say, all right, so let's look at the move or the job.
Or the job or more babies. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's okay too.
And your husband has a new job. What is that?
He started his own digital marketing agency, and he's in his flow, and he's manifesting, and it's just like the coolest thing to watch. And I'm quite jealous in a positive way because I'm not doing that I'm mom, and I love it. My career is it's been in a weird place. I had one big client, and I kind of walked away from it because I didn't like the direction she was going into. And it was like one of those things where you're like, I want the money, but it's not worth the feeling. And so I walked away from it, and that's okay. So I've just been trying all these different flow things and saying, okay, I got to trust. I can't, be fearful. The unknown is okay.
Jamie, you've got remarkable energy. When I look at you and I look at your husband, there's so much activity going on. It's like you have created, it's like a wave on the beach, the Pacific Ocean. We have nice, big, beautiful waves. When they start rolling in, there's so much power behind them. You realize, nothing's going to stop that wave. Nothing. If you even put something up close to it, it's just going to crash over and around it. You're in a wave like that right now. The two of you have created a lot of momentum. I think that your husband's business is going to go really well. You also are not going to be able to stay out of things. Even though you commented that, maybe I should have another baby. It's like this. The baby's going to just kind of factor into whatever it is you're doing. Even though you may be holding back right now and feeling a little envious of what's going on in your husband's life and world, and, you just stopped a client. I don't know exactly what industry you're in. You're drawn in. It's like that wave is pulling you too. You are being pulled with this momentum, and you keep looking at it like, I'm crazy not to jump in. I'm crazy not to do this. And that feeling is just going to bring you right back in. Now, you may take it in a different direction. I can see that happening. it's not straightforward. It's not doing exactly what you used to do, but sort of, I don't know, you're tilting off to the side when I look at you. Like, yeah, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it over here now. Or I'm going to do it in this branch now, or with this type of person or type of group, or, you may be tempted to want to help your husband. That may be your justification to sort of get back in. But you're ultimately going to be moving into your own, it really feels like an exciting line of work. And you'll be working with more than one person. You may be the ringleader, but there's going to be people you work with or work around you. Energy. When you have a baby, it's going to be more like, oh, wait a minute. Whoa, hey, we have a baby. I've got 9 months to get things in order. The baby's just like, it's not one of those things you're going to be, I'm just going to be a mom. I'm just going to focus on that. I'm just going to try another. Baby's just going to kind of flow into the mix. And that's what you need to let baby do. Flow into the mix.
I didn't know if he or she really wanted to come in, and if the universe was just like, you know what, we're done, that's cool. But I was like, I could feel this little energy out there, and I was like, oh, should I just, should I ask Summer about it, So
I don't want to see you pulling back, saying, no, I'm going to just be a little mommy and nest. And I mean, I love being a mommy. I don't mean little mommy. I'm a mommy.
Right. Right.
But you know what I mean? I don't want to see you pull back and only focus on the mommy and the nesting and let's make this baby happen. That will be a frustrating line of action for you because you're going to be, your energy is so pulled toward the momentum of, I don't know, your husband's work or your own fascination with what could be happening career-wise for you. That baby, like I said, baby will just happen. I mean, you're just going to go, oh, I missed my period. I mean, that's the feeling like, oh, okay. Well, now I've got 9 months to make tack to a new direction. But that is how it should be.
Cool.
Okay? So
awesome.
Stay career focused. Let the other thing just be. All right?
Do you see us staying here in California?
Do you know people back east?
My sister, yeah. But he has an opportunity in Austin, Texas. And we're not against it, but I'm just really happy here. And
I don't know if Austin's going to happen. I feel like there's more things going on in the Northeast. Maybe this is a client. Maybe this is something that you find yourself traveling to, or maybe it's just that you were with your sister. But I get more of a northern sense for you. And I know that's a big jump for somebody who's in California to go where it's cold.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Thank you. Gosh, this is amazing. I appreciate this so much.
Oh, Jamie, you sound like a wonderful person. You have like I said, just don't lose this momentum. When you're on waves like this, they only come along so often. Waves come in sets. When you're in one, it's your job to ride it. Okay, so go.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, take care.
Bye. Okay, bye.
All right, let's go. Oh, another West Coaster, Kate in Seattle. Hi, Kate.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great. How's your life looking right?
Oh, very good. 2014 is looking good already, and I don't give myself New Year's resolutions, but I have been thinking about habits I want to leave in the past or get rid of.
Right.
And I tend to get stuck in the research phase. I have great plans that tend to stay in plans.
Yes, we stay in planning mode.
Yeah, and I try to wait too long.
Yeah, I know. I've been talking a lot about that lately because that is a tendency in myself that I have been breaking over the last, I'd say about 2 years now. I got to the point where I started talking to Flo, and Flo was pointing out to me, it was kind of getting a little miffed at me. It was saying, look, we keep bringing you stuff. You keep waiting for more confirmation. Flo was like, hey, it's not us. It's you. You either pick it up and do it or not. And I said, well, I don't know if it's right. I don't know if I should. I want to hear more. I want to know for sure. I want to have 100% confirmation. And I realized I was ham tying. What do you call it? Ham tying? Hamstringing? We're ham tying and hamstringing together. My flow. Basically, I was stopping it from being able to continuously give me more options to choose from. Okay. So
I think it's in my childhood. I think this is it's not a mental thing. It's a very old emotional thing that I can't seem to unearth.
Yeah, it's emotional conditioning. And the root of it is fear. Mm-hmm. So people who have fear as the root find themselves overanalyzing, trying to figure out every possible conclusion, come up with the right answer, and then ultimately, right when they're on the brink of making that choice or decision, they stop and they say, well, I could just sleep on it a few more days.
Right.
So then things grind to a halt in your flow. It's sort of like having a lot less of life. You know, you're not engaging.
Looking at it. You're just looking at it, yeah.
Just looking at it. Okay. So I know you said you don't do New Year's resolutions, but come do this with me. Let's go into your flow right now, Kate.
All right.
And I want you to feel something right now that you're thinking a lot about. You've been thinking. I want to make a break. I want to move through this. I want to release this. It is time. I'm going to do it. Bring up that sensation inside you. Mm-hmm. Bring it up in your flow. And now what you're communicating is this feeling. You're saying, I may not be right. Doesn't matter. I may not have enough information. Doesn't matter. This may feel too risky. Doesn't matter. What matters is I have some information. I have some feeling. I have some intuition. And I know if I make a move, if I do this, flow's going to give me more feedback. And I can feel it. I feel myself making that move right now, making that change, making that commitment, making that release, whatever it is. And I feel flow running alongside it saying, oh, now we can respond. Oh, finally we can respond. Oh, we're giving you new information. Oh, here it is. And you grab it and you catch it. You see it's in you already. Oh, you got the new information. And you're saying, wow, that was fast. So wait a minute. There's no fear. And you're letting go of the fear now. You're feeling the fear releasing because you know you're going to get a response. You're going to be told right away. You're going to be given something as soon as you give that action. Sigh and release and open your eyes. Okay. So that was a real quickie type of flow dream. Basically, you just looked, you felt. But what I was giving you there was a tiny technique you can use anytime you want. Mm-hmm. Once you get that real strong feeling in you, oh, if I just act, I'm going to get a response. I better act and see what happens. I better act and see what happens. Mm-hmm. Because that's the only way the universe, that's the only way God or flow is going to tell me if I do it. Okay?
Great. Yes, that was a big help. I felt lifting in my chest when you were doing that whole time.
It's really powerful, and it causes a cascade of good changes to start moving into your life. I see it all the time with people. Okay?
Do you see it? Did you see it in me, the change breaking through?
If you repeat this, you see you're a little bit hardened. You have a kind of a crust on your exterior.
I believe that.
It's hard to describe, but that's the energetic sensation I got in you. So you have to kind of break through that crust by continuously feeling this. I mean, you need to feel this several times a day for several weeks until you start to go to that as your first reaction. That's where you want to get to. That will break this pattern in you and break this resistance in you. Okay?
Great. Thank you so much. That's a big help.
You're so very, very welcome. Mm-hmm. All right, Kate. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, and you know what? There are more calls, but they are going to have to wait because my show is wrapping up. But you know what? You can always call my mom's show. Did you know she has a podcast and a live radio program too? It's called The Dear Venus Show. It comes on live right after my show on Tuesdays. But you can also find it on iTunes if you want to check it out. And she also works with energy just like me. Maybe she's a little funnier. I don't know. I think I'm funny. Oh, well. So I'll be back with you, though, next week for another episode. And in fact, I have a whole bunch of episodes planned all month. You can go to my website and get a link, and you can find out what all the upcoming topics are. And I encourage you to go download some from iTunes. In fact, get a subscription. You can subscribe through iTunes for free, or you could get a premium subscription for something like $3 a month, which is crazy for getting hundreds and hundreds of hours and flow dreams. And of course, come say hi to me on my website and my Facebook site. Those are all the ways. I'm very reachable, and I try to respond and get back with you as much and as often as I can. Okay, my love to you all. Happy flow dreaming, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful new year, and may the energies always be flowing with you.